What's going on, guys? One, love out to everybody. We got UFC Fight Night, Blanchfield versus Fiorot. Predictions breakdown here, guys. Before I get started, hit the thumbs up button. Also subscribe to this channel. Also check out my Patreon account for my face-off and prop play predictions. You can also donate to my PayPal account to help this channel out. 14 fights on this card here, guys. New York City here, New Jersey, Atlantic City. 14 fights, so I'm going to fly through this real quick. Not going to spend too long on this one, guys. Good card, like every single card, you know. You put the work in, you know, you train, you come in here. Even short notice, you know. It's a dangerous sport. Put in your health on the line, you know. So all these guys, if they're here, you know, they belong here, right? It's not a easy, or any sport's not easy to get into, especially when you're, you know, damaging your health, right? So hats off to all these guys here. First fight here, guys, we got Jamall Emmers versus Caolán Loughran. Let me see here. Angel here. This guy here, he can be hittable, but he seems durable. But when he comes forward, he gets, you know, he can run into shots. Can get hurt in the foot, like flash knockdowns. But he will keep coming forward. Going to have the 2-inch reach and also have 100% finishing rate here. Caolán here. Has striking and wrestling. I think it's would push more of a heavy wrestling, but also with strike. Can be kind of stiff at the movement. We'll look for takedowns. Got the dog in him. Very scrappy guy. Aggressive forward pressure. Ground and pound. Deadly ground and pound on the ground once he gets you there. This is an even fight for me, guys. I wouldn't be, you know, I'm not confident with any of these guys here. So with either one of these guys here, coming from Caolán, coming from the, I believe he fought Tyler Lopez. He just came straight into UFC, coming from Cage Warrior. Angel was in the Contender Series, but I believe he lost though. Did he lose? Yeah, against Danny Silva. Yeah, I'm not too confident in this pick here, guys. I'm gonna go with Caolán Loughran for the win here, but I'm not confident, guys. I'm gonna say Caolán by decision, 50-50. Next fight here, we got Andre Petroski versus Jacob Malkoun. Andre here, kind of wild dude, man. Kind of winds up, swings wild. A lot of muscles, mostly a lot of power and through things. Looks to wrestle, but will gas out, man. But he's physically strong though, but you know, he winds up a lot and use a lot of more physical strength. You know, not the best fight IQ. His opponent here, Jacob, he's well-rounded, has wrestling on him, but good, decent boxing there. His last fight, though, he connected Cody Browndich to the back of the head, and there was a disqualification. Illegal elbow to the back of the head, which it was a legal elbow to the back of the head. So, but I'm liking Jacob here. I just feel Jacob is just a more composed guy. I feel he's more well-rounded. But like I said, a guy like Andre is pretty physically strong, so you know, he can use that strength. But again, a guy like Jacob, I say, you know, if you have good technique, you're well-rounded, you know, strength could play a factor, but Jacob is pretty well-rounded in every avenue, right? So I'm gonna go with Jacob here. I'm gonna say Jacob by decision, guys. 50-50. I'm not confident. Next fight, we got Melissa Gatto versus Victoria Dudakova. I'm pronouncing these words good, guys. Oh man, perfect right there so far. Gatto here, she fights long, will pick her shots, kind of slow at the movements though. But look for takedown, BJJ. I believe she could be a BJJ black belt, but she has a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu ground game though. We'll look for the submission. Doesn't really shoot though. She likes to tie up in the clinch and go for sweeps and throws, but doesn't really shoot from the outside. Just mostly tie up in sweeps. She can get taken down too. Could be the more experienced woman here as far as the UFC experience. You know, a girl like Victoria Dudakova. Damn, I'm getting good at this, guys. She has a striking. You know, striking is very technical, but she can get taken down though. And she will also go for takedowns. She will also look for submissions, but she can get taken down. And sometimes she can spend the entire round on her back. Gatto also spend the entire round on her back too. So this is a very tricky one here, guys. You could see a robbery here. to be honest with you. You know, big robbery. So we could see actually Gato probably winning this fight, but it goes split decision for Dodokova. You know, so you see Victoria pulling off a split decision there. So I'm gonna go with Victoria here by a split decision. You know, do I feel that she honestly can beat Gato? I think she's a quicker fighter, and I feel she can get to Gato, close the distance quicker. But I feel Gato may probably edge out the takedowns, may can edge out the ground on her. But Victoria also has ground, so it's kind of just a tricky one. But I say it could be a robbery, and it could go towards Victoria by a split. So I'm liking Victoria for a split decision win here, guys. Not confident, definitely not. Be careful. Next fight we have Ibo Aslan versus Anton Trolajak. Aslan here, 100% finishing rate. This is part 2, guys. Both of these guys fought before. And Brave CF40, and Anton pulled off a rear naked choke on him. He was winning the fight though, but this guy's 100% finishing rate, man. Heavy hitter, man. Like zombie mode, all knockouts, first rounds. Pack power, but he seems like he will gas out though. You know, which he did in the fight against Anton. You know, but all first round finishes, man. Can it happen again? You know, possibility. But if you look at Anton now, you know, Anton in the UFC doesn't look too well. You know, been knocked out. Rear naked choke against Jonathan Almeida and Tyson Pedro. Hammer fist got finished in that fight. Yeah, man, this one is a tough one here, guys. To me, it's an even fight. You know, when you look at Anton, his striking doesn't look that great. You know, but his takedowns and his wrestling and his ground game submission is where he strives at. But if you look at him, he's hittable though, very hittable. He comes in and just he just eats a lot of shots. It can happen again, but we could submit Aslan. But I'm gonna go with Aslan though. I'm gonna say Aslan by KO TQ in the first round, but I'm not confident. 50-50. This fight here can go either way, and I'll be careful with it. Probably could even pass. Probably fade. Next fight we got Conor Matthews versus Denis Buzukja. Conor here, yeah, he would look to grind, man. Look for the wrestling here. Quick finisher. Mostly a lot of first round finishes here by submission. So submission resistant, but he's hateable though. In the first round, he's hateable. And he can get flash knockdowns, get knocked down, hurt, but he keeps pushing at that pace. You know? He's from, the New England cartels. It's kind of similar to how those other guys fight, you know? Like Rob Font and Calvin, you know, these guys take a lot of hit. Chris Mochiano takes a lot of hits, keep coming forward. You know, these guys eat shots, which is not good. Against his opponents here, Dennis will throw the hands, kind of brawl a little bit. He look for the big overhands. We look for takedowns. We look for submissions too. Doesn't really eat as much shots. It's coming from the wide men gym. Longo Law wide men. These guys are from New York, so the gym here has like a lot of guys gonna be from New York. You know what I'm saying? From wide men gym and all those other guys, and the friggin' this camp from all these guys are in here from wide men gym here. From Ray Longo, if I'm saying that right. Yeah, so again, like I said, this card is in New Jersey, so a lot of guys here are from that part, you know. So it's a tough one here too, guys. This can go either way. I could say Conor probably can get the takedowns on Dennis, but Dennis can also stuff takedowns. But it's just the durability. I feel Dennis could be a little more durable here. So I'm going to go with Dennis here. I'm going to say Dennis by decision. All right? I'm not confident. Next fight we got Julio Arce versus Herbert Burns. Herbert Burns ain't fighting a while, and what I see from Herbert, he just doesn't look good. You know what I mean? I mean, hats off to all these guys that put the work in, come in and train, but he has a lot of injuries, knee injury. You know, having fought since 2022. Then before then, hasn't fought in a year. Burns, you know, will look for submissions, and he can get it. But if he doesn't get it, he gasses out and he quits, and that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? A guy like Julio Arce here. Julio Arce is a dog. You know, he's a guy who has boxing, BJJ black belt. You know, Burns probably had the better ground, but like I said, Burns is good for first round. If he can't get the submission, then he's screwed. You know, Arce have the dog in him and will not give up. Keep a high pace. I like Julio Arce here. I'm gonna say Julio Arce by KO TKO in the second round, guys. All right. Next fight here we have Virna Jandiroba versus Lupita Godinez. Virna here is BJJ black belt here. Striking has gotten a little better. We'll find a submission. Gonna have a 3-inch reach here. Beat Marina Rodriguez. Beat Angela Hill. Yeah, those are probably her big wins there in a kind of way. You know, Phyllis Herring. I mean, lost to Carla Esparza, Mackenzie Dern, and Amanda Ribas. Lupita here, gonna have a strong wrestling base in her. Doesn't really use it as much like she used to. You know, more with throw the boxing. But she will gas out though and slow down in the second to third round. Close fight with Tabata Ricci. This fight here is kind of tricky, man. I can see a split decision here, but I can see they're splitting it towards Lupita in a kind of way. You know, just he got to look at also, you know, the organization and who they like, who they favor. You know, sometimes, you know, certain people may win the fight, but if they're not the one that they want to push, then they will not get the win, man. The other person will get the split, and Lupita is like it's like a crowd favorite, you know. But I'm gonna go for Virna, man. I'm gonna say Virna is gonna push a high BJJ, maybe not much wrestling, but just the BJJ, kind of control the fight on the ground. Even though Lupita has a wrestling background and the defense, but I feel like she probably can edge this fight out to a point where it's hard to rob her. But like I said, Lupita could win this, but I'm gonna go with Virna here. I'm gonna say Virna Jandiroba by a decision. You know, close fight. But like I said, if it does go to decision, you can see Lupita even getting a split. So, but I just feel in Virna on this one. I just feel Virna is gonna implement the BJJ in this fight. You know, and even she got mixed up with the striking too, which, you know, Gordita is gonna have probably the better boxing, which she may have, which she is gonna have. But Virna gonna have the 3-inch reach. I just feel like she's gonna implement the clinch and then put her against the cage. You know, Virna gonna pin her against the cage and just make it a dirty fight. So I'm gonna go with Virna. I'm gonna say Virna by a decision, but not confident. Next fight we got Nate Landwehr versus Jamall Emmers. Nate here, he's a well-rounded fighter, man, but he's hittable, man. And but he got a dog in him, but he's hittable. And we look for takedowns, look for the submissions. Not the best fight IQ. It's not too durable. You know what I mean? But that's like I said, he got a dog, but he walked forward, but he can get touched up and hurt. Jamall here, Jamall Emmers, man. This is a guy where he's not the 4-inch reach. Short notice for Jamall though. But he's good everywhere though, man. And they like robbing this guy a lot. like I said, the go judges, man. If they're not favoring you, like the Jack Jenkins, man, Emmers won that fight. But like I said, Jack Jenkins is more probably who they're looking for. You know, I mean, the organization they want to build other people up. You know, want to build other people up, and you know, depending on who you are, you know, they may can do more with Jenkins than the one they can do with Jamall. You know what I mean? So same thing with Jigga. He won that fight against Jigga too. You know what I mean? But they probably like Jigga more here, you know. So, but you know, when he goes in and finishes fight against Dennis here, if he does finish that fight, so there's no questions about that. And Askarov fight here, he that's one-sided. Sometimes it's difficult to rob somebody, and sometimes they still do it. The Sabatini, you know, he got heel hook in that fight. I mean, he lost that fight. But against Nate, though, I mean, this could be a tricky one. This could be a fight where it goes split decision for Nate. You know, if he makes it too close, he's gonna have to go in there and you know, like make it like one-sided, like he's just definitely winning every single round, but still could still get robbed. Jamall for the win here, but again, you know, you could see a robbery here, guys. So I'll be careful with this one. I'm gonna say Jamall by decision, but Nate could get a split. But I like Jamall Emmers, man. All right, decision for Jamall. Next fighter we got Chidi Njokuani. Chidi Njokuani. Oh, damn. Chidi Njokuani. Chidi Njokuani. Damn, I can't pronounce that, guys. Chidi Njokuani versus Raz Maki. I think I pronounced it right. I'm not gonna say it again though. Chidi here is pretty good striker, man. Quick, athletic guy, precise timing, sniper-like, but will fade as the fight go on. So once he hits second and third, he start to slow down. Pinpoint accurate though. Will break too under pressure, and he's actually dropping back down to 170. So he was at 185, but he fought at 170 from before though. So he's going back down to 170 now. So his last fight was at 185, and McKee's at 170. Reyes McKee here fought at like 145 or 155. So this guy here is like freaking 6'2", but if he fought at 145 and at 155, dude, damn. Kind of slow at the movement here. Striking kind of leaves it out there. Kind of telegraph the movements, hittable. Can get taken down, you know. But he's well rounded though. But his chin is up high. This is a fight for Chidi to win, in my opinion. Chidi gonna be the quicker, elected guy. You know, there's the speed, the timing, the precision. This guy here is so hittable. I'm gonna go with Chidi KO TK in the first round, but I'm not confident because, like I said, if the fight passes first and Chidi don't take him out, then you know, we just a toss up. Then you know, if I could go either way, you could see figuring McKee or Reyes McKee coming back in there and getting a decision. It's possible, man. You know, Chedi's explosive in his skill, but you know, he doesn't last too long. The first round, maybe until the first second, he's good. After that, start to slow down. But Chedi, first round KO TQ. Next fight, we got Bill Lego versus Kyle Nelson. Bill here fights loose, switches stance, fight long, pick his shots here, will mix it up for takedowns, you know, looks to counter strike, gonna have a 2-inch reach here. His opponent here, Kyle, though, Kyle Nelson has improved, man. This guy, you know, is not brawling as much anymore. You know, he kind of slowed down the fight now, pick his shots, not just winging punches and being wild and try to take your head off. You know, slows things down and kind of set up from the outside now. But again, his fight with Bill, I don't think that's going to work. Or Bill, movement, timing, precision, pick his shots. You see the punches coming, timing. The footwork from Bill and just the movement is going to give Kyle problems. I'm liking Bill here. I must say Bill by decision. And it's a 70-30. 70% for Bill, 30 for Kyle. Next fight here, guys. We have Nursulton Ruziboev versus Sadikuis Dumas. Nursulton here I'm pretty impressed with Nursulton, man. You know, from what I've seen so far, and also his other fights, not against Bruno Silva, but his other fights too. Very impressive guy, very experienced, skilled. Takedowns and submissions, 20 by wins by submissions, 11 by KOTK. This guy mostly look for submissions though, but he has 11 by knockout too. Yeah, he can take this fight anywhere. Skill guy, man. Timing, precision, countering. His submission games are on point. Dumas here, very athletic kid here, but I feel he's still kind of learning. Will drop the ball, can get submitted, you know. But he has been getting better though, especially his takedown defense and his striking. it's there. It's getting better, but against Nursulton, man, I just feel like Nursulton is just a better fighter here, man. So it's just experience, man, and just even by 33-8, 9-1, even still, like I said, some of Nursulton fights, you're not really fighting anybody, really, 0-1 guy, what I'm saying, like, in 1-1, these are early fights, though, but guy is skilled, though, man, and he has some good fights and some good wins here. So I'm gonna go with Nursulton here. I'm gonna say Nursulton by submission in the first round. I'm not confident here because Dumas could, he could surprise you. And one thing about Nursulton here is pretty much a first round finisher, man. When he goes to decision, it looks like he loses. He has 2 by decision. He has 2 wins by decision, but majority of his losses are because he's going to decisions and losing them. So if Dumas gonna avoid the submissions and the striking from Sullivan, he could get a win here, man. So be very careful, man. You know what I mean? So, but I'm liking Nursulton by submission first round. Next fight here, guys. We have Bruno Silva versus Chris Weidman. Again, this is in New York. So obviously, a lot of guys here are from New York. So, Sierra Jim here. So. Matt Sierra. So again, this is what I was looking for here. They got Adjman. So this is what I was looking for. This the first time. They got Adjman Sterling. They got my Rab Dazaville. They got Raging Al Quinta, which probably doesn't fight anymore. Matt Sierra. You know what I'm talking about here. Just a bunch of these guys are they're from New York here, but which is mainly the Adjman Sterling is probably one of the main guys for them. There's the last guy. Well, actually, I think my Rab is probably no because Adjman Sterling lost. So my Rab is up, I guess, to fight for the belt now soon. So he's probably like the main guy now. What I feel about Chris Weidman, man, from his last fight there against Brad Torres, he didn't look too bad, but he just ain't durable, man. He's not durable, dude. He can't take no more kicks to the legs. Got his leg broken the last, fight against when he fought Uriah Hall in 2021. It's just he's not wrestling the same, fight IQ not the best. His striking is questionable. His striking is still not there, still not as good. A guy like Silva, though, poor fight IQ too. Heavy-handed, though, will walk you down, flat-footed, can get knocked out. Chris Weidman can get knocked out too. Actually, and he also can get submitted. I think Houston is more. Actually, I think with this guy here, I think mostly for him is mostly more. You can submit him more. Yeah, you can submit him more than I feel. I feel he doesn't get knocked out as much. I feel like he's more submission losses. Yeah, he lost. Yeah, so this guy had never been finished by knockout. I take that back. 7 by submission though. So Chris Weidman could submit him. But when was the last time Chris Weidman had a submission? Yeah, submission against Kevin Gastelum in 2017. Yeah, and Chris Weidman is known to get knocked out. 6 by knockout. So this is one of these fights where, can Chris Weidman avoid getting knocked out? And can Bruno Silva avoid getting submitted? Bruno Silva gonna have a 20 by KO TKO. The percentage of knockout is gonna be drastically high. His percentage is 87%. Chris Weidman's chance of submission is 27. I mean, this goes into this durability, man. I don't like to look at stats like that, but that goes into the durability, and what I see from footage is just. I'm gonna go with Silva here, Bruno Silva, but man, I'm not confident in this at all, dude. There's a fight that you can probably even fade. Because, you never know. It's in New York, hometown favorite. Chris Weidman going there and then gets a submission. And then Silva goes in there and lands an overhand and knocks him out. Which Silva is known for knocking out people, especially in the first round. I'm going to go Bruno Silva here, first round KO TKO, guys. Not confident, 50-50. Next fight, we got Vincent Q versus Joaquin Buckley. Short notice for Buckley here. I don't know how much short, but you know, Buckley seems to be in very good shape, especially at 170. He's different at 170. Vincent Q here is very well-rounded guy, experienced, BJJ black belt. But you notice that when he fights guys that are quicker, fast twitch muscles, athletic guys who can close the distance real quick, he doesn't do as good because he's stationary and he's hittable. He doesn't move off center line too well, and his head is always up. Like he fought like Jeff Neal here, even Belal Muhammad. You know, it's kind of there to get hit, you know. Even Stephen Thompson. Stephen Thompson is in and out, touch and go. That has a karate base, you know, blitz in and out, you know, but more of a precision of striking. You know, Vincent Q doesn't do too well. Buckley more winds up and swings, but he's fast and he's precise and he's quick. He closes the distance real quick. Even his takedowns, he's quick. Athletic speed advantage. About 170, he looks good at 170, and his condition at 170 looks good also. Explosive. He's a very powerful guy. His cardio is on point. You know, so at 170, the guy looks good. So I mean, and a guy like Vincent Q is kind of like. He's good, but it's just when he fights guys like that, it just doesn't do as well. He's still hittable too. He doesn't take his head off center line too well. He's flat-footed, but he's skilled though. That's the thing, and very experienced. And just short notice here, you know. Born in New Jersey. This is a hometown favorite guy too. I was kind of pushing for Vincent Q here, but from what I've seen, man, the footage is just when you fight guys like that, blitzing in and speed advantage, and just, you know, cause what can happen here is that Buckley goes in there and then lands some shots in him, and the fight goes back and forward, but the fact that Buckley's hitting him with big shots. You know, but Vincent probably can slow the fight down to favor him with jabs and just more technical guy. You know, the more technical guy here. You know, but and Buckley just hitting him with big shots, and the judges see the big shots and they favor Buckley. They like Buckley probably. You know, it's a tough one, man. But Vincent's home team favorite. I'm kind of edging Buckley here, guys. I feel Buckley gonna touch him up, hit him with some big shots, and he's gonna go towards like a split decision for Buckley here. I must say Buckley by split decision, guys, but I'm not confident in this one at all, man. So Buckley split decision. Next fight here, guys. This is slightly kind of a tough card, man, because a lot of guys are like a Vincent Q guy here. He's not fading, or you know, but I don't feel like he's that durable anymore. And even with Joaquin Buckley, he can still get knocked out, but at 170, he looks like he's carrying himself better. You know what I'm saying? He looks more healthier. You know, I see him, some shots hit him, and and then he recover well. With Vincent Q, he's getting hurt on the foot still, getting dazed and hurt on the foot, just not durable. You know what I mean? And if Buckley hits him a couple of times, you know, and he starts to get dazed, it just doesn't look good. You know, he may can come back, but then split decision for Buckley. It's a strong possibility. This is the co-main event here. Main event here, the card here, guys, is Erin Blanchfield versus Fiorot. It's a 5-round fight here. The thing about this fight here is that, but I see from Blanchfield here, she reminds me of Anthony Hernandez, Fluffy. Her style here is kind of like a wear on you, like how Anthony Hernandez does it. You know, it kind of wears on you. He comes in there, may get 1 or 2 shots. He's trying to feel you out the first round. Then he start. Well, in the first one, he keep pushing at high pace. So he would throw punches, throw kicks, and just try to close the distance. Pressure. But then they do it well, and she does it well. You know, she still slips some shots, but she does get hit, though, especially with leg kicks. But she gets stronger as the fight go on, man. And it's a 5-round fight. She's crafty, she's a grinder, she's durable, she wears on you. Her style is just, her styles for Fiorot. The matchup for Fiorot is not a good matchup, in my opinion, because it's that grindy, crafty, like non-stop. You know, she's not going to get tired. Her cardio is good, And Fiorot never been in a 5 round before. And I could feel this fight going to go all 5. You know, Fiorot is more a kickboxing, have that karate base. You know, her ground game has gotten better. Just sprawling and pushing off, especially the fight against how much she fought Rosa Menunez. You know, she's sprawling and defending properly, but it's still in the works though. You know, and like I said, Erin reminded me of Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. You're gonna push that high grind. Even though I don't Fiorot gonna be throwing, you know, the kicks and the punches and things like that. You know, we see what Erin did. You know, with her last fight against Talita Santos, you know what I'm saying? Talita Santos was throwing some heavy shots. What I see from Fiorot now, like her striking, when she started out, her striking was a little bit more impressive. You know, like it seemed more precise. You know, in our later fights now, you know, like it's Rosa Menounos, Caitlin Chukagan, I think, Sarah Moreno. Chukagan, whatever you want to call it, Caitlin Chukagan. You know, I mean, it just seems like it's just not as pinpoint as it used to be. You know, so I'm going to go with Erin Blanchfield here, guys. I'm going to say Erin Blanchfield by decision, and I'm going to say Erin by 60% and Fiorot by 40%. I just feel it's a matchup, man. It's just like this crafty, grinding. You know, she's not going to gas out. I can see Fiorot gassing out. In the 3rd round against Rosa Menounos, she was already tired against Rose. If that was a 5-round, Rose probably would have won that fight. You know, I just feel Erin is going to just push that high freaking pace on her. She's going to push that high pace. And Erin is from New York, so it's hometown favorite here. So this card is pretty much for her. You know what I mean? Can Fiorot upset? If she can connect with a one-hitter quitter, that's probably the only thing that she can do. She can catch her coming in, which she probably, her only knockout was against Tabitha Ricci in the UFC. Actually, and then a head kick against Victor Leonardo, which Victoria Leonardo is like, you know, I mean, you know, is not the best striking, you know, not the best takedowns. You know, she's very, very hittable, you know. Last semester got to Natalia Silva. You know, she's kind of crafty, but her fight level is not on an Erin Blanchfield level. I mean, it's not even close. You know what I mean? So, I mean, Tabitha Ricci is just, you know, I mean, she's getting better, but she's due to get hit. Not on the level of Erin either. So I'm going to go with Erin Blanchfield here. I'm going to say Erin Blanchfield by, like I said, by decision, 60-40, guys. Quick look at the odds here, guys. See what we're working with here. Crazy odds. Crazy odds. Oh, man. Crazy odds. Crazy odds. Okay. Connor, Matthews, Dennis, Buzukja. All these fights are all mixed up. Connor here. They got Connor as underdog. So they're liking Dennis for this fight. Interesting. It's a close fight though, man. It's even on some other sides. There, even fight. So yeah, I don't disagree with that. I like Dennis. It's an even fight. Herbert and Julio Arce. Julio Arce is a huge favorite here. Yeah, I don't really disagree unless Herbert Burns submits him in the 1st round. That's probably it. But I like Julio Arce all the way. Lepita Godidas and Verno. I disagree with this one. I said this fight is an even fight against Verno. Yep, I say it's an even fight. Even though Lapita, yeah, I believe she's, I think she stays in New York or something like that. I don't know, but you know, I disagree with the odds, guys. I think the odds for Lupita is too high. I don't feel Verna should be that low, you know, of an underdog like that. I don't feel Lupita should be such a favorite. I feel Verna is a pretty good fighter. She could edge out or win. So I disagree. Be careful with this one. Jamall Emmers and Nate Landwehr. Okay, Jamall Emmers a favorite. All right, that's not bad. Do I feel Nate Landwehr or Nate Landwehr have a chance? Yeah. Like I said, split decision to Nate. They like to rob Jamall. So with that being said, if Jamall makes his fight go to decision, you can see Nate winning by a split. So keep that in mind. Chidi and Reyes Maki. Same thing with Lupita and Virna. I like Virna, but if it goes to decision, Lupita get a split decision. Believe me on that. Chidi and Maki. Okay, close to even fight. I don't disagree. I'm liking Chidi. Lego and Kyle Nelson. Okay, Lego 245. I don't disagree with this one. I like him. Lego too. Okay, this odds are not so crazy. Norton, Sullivan, and Cedric Dumas. I feel Norton could be a little bit too high here, but you know the guy is very skilled though, man. And Dumas is, in my opinion, is still kind of learning. You know, I feel like he's still kind of greenish. You know, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? So be careful. Bruno Silva and Chris Wyman. Bruno Silva 200 or something. This fight here, man, be careful with it. Yeah, I feel Bruno, I won't say it's too high. I just feel like, you know, that, you know, the IQ thing, you know, is not the best fight IQ. And Chris Wyman is, I feel, is pretty much done. But it is what it is. So be careful. Joaquin Buckley and Vincent LeCue. Perfect. The odds in here are okay. You guys are doing the right thing here. It's even fights. Perfect. I believe Buckley can beat LeCue because, like I said, of the fast twitch muscles and speed advantage, athleticism, closing distance quick. And Vincent LeCue doesn't do too good against that. It's a 3-round fight. If Joaquin Buckley can blitz and blitz and keep up that cardio, which he can at 170, then Vincent will lose the fight just by getting hit with big shots, and like he hit him with big shots and get out. And Vincent LeCue doesn't really move his foot. He's kind of flat. Kind of goes in a straight line, man. His head is there to get hit. Erin Blanchfield and Manuel Fiorot. Erin Blanchfield at 200 and something. I don't disagree. I just feel Erin is just Maron Fiorot. We're gonna have to catch her with a punch coming in. Pretty much knock her out, like take her out the fight. That's pretty much. She's gonna have to stop her. If she doesn't stop her, the fight's over. Because Erin's gonna keep coming forward, keep coming forward, keep coming forward, keep coming forward. Pepper. And once the fight hit, maybe second, third, you can see Fiorot getting tired, and that's it. You're gonna see her being on her back. So I like Erin. So yeah, the odds in here, these are not too crazy odds, guys. The odds in here are not too bad. The only one I disagree with is the Lupita and the Virna. Be careful with that one. Which don't want to do. Nate and Jamall Emmers. They like to rob Jamall Emmers. So be careful of that one too. And everything else looks pretty good. Yeah, everything that looks pretty good as far as my you know, studying my stats and from interviews and watching fights. All right, guys, that's it right there, guys. I will put out the face-off predictions tomorrow. One love out to everybody. You guys keep on kicking. I appreciate the support, and